Right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video here. If it is your first time on my video, sit down, have your popcorns, subscribe, like and share, and let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, I always tell you that don't do things to these ladies because eventually you will regret. So there's this case in Kisii town where there is a man by the name of Amos who has been stoned to death by a mob justice. You may be asking yourself what happened that led to the death of this guy. So this is how the story unfolded. The Amos Manasseh, may his soul rest in eternal peace. Amos had a girlfriend of whom he had bought a gas cylinder way before they parted ways. Now, after parting ways, Amos asked himself, how can somebody be using my properties when we are not in terms? So he decided to go and claim for the gas cylinder. Now, when he went there, he found the lady, and the lady screamed and alarmed people to come and help her, claiming that this man by the name of Amos Manasseh was stealing gas cylinder from her house. It is terrible because the residents responded quickly and they came to the rescue of this lady, not knowing that this guy was rightly coming to claim for his property. So the mob justice stoned Amos to death because maybe I think in the community they don't entertain robbery and something like that. But I've been asking myself, ladies and gentlemen, I always tell my people that do not sacrifice or do not do anything to these ladies that will eventually hurt you. When you're giving anything to these ladies, most of them, I must say, do it because it's like you're giving an offering and something like that. But if you sacrifice a lot and when things go to south, you will regret the rest of your life. So what happened is from a gas cylinder, and it has claimed life of somebody. Can you imagine that, ladies and gentlemen? So when you're doing good things to these ladies, put into consideration that today you are with her, tomorrow you might not be with her. So when you are sacrificing a lot to these people, there is one of my mentor who said that do not sacrifice anything that will hurt you eventually. Just give things because you want to give, but not because you're sacrificing to get something in return. Because if Amos had let the gas cylinder go, I don't think if it could be a big case because why? Yeah? But if you start following things that are gone, then it might lead you to some problems. So I always say, if you're doing anything to your lady, if you're doing anything to your woman, just do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because you're sacrificing for her. Just do it because you have extra. Because eventually, today we are okay, tomorrow we are not good. And that's one thing that people do not want to understand. You don't know the dynamics of life. Today, everything is running smoothly, but tomorrow, the life can take a twist. You understand? We have even those ones. There is a story I did, I think it was on April, but this one was the contrary because the lady in Kakamega had been married to this man for 15 years. So the lady was in some chamas where she was investing some money, and it was a bit difficult for the man to build a house. So what happened was they contributed, each of them contributed in in building the house. So the lady contributed the steel doors and windows and the iron sheets. Now, when things went to south, this lady came with police and took whatever she had invested in that house. Can you imagine? The man was left there with the house without iron sheets and without doors and windows. So sometimes a lesson to men: when you want to do something, just do it. If you want to build a house, just do it from groundbreaking to roofing, everything from your pocket. When you do cost sharing, it might bring problems at a point. You understand? And even ladies, invest with somebody you know and you are sure of, you'll have a future with. You know, even we have some ladies nowadays, they invest in men, these lazy men that we have out here. So you find out that a lady sacrificing a lot for a man, and a man does not feel that. So in simple terms, just invest somewhere that you know the fruit will bear. So what I was saying is, do not invest yourself in things you don't understand. Ladies are emotional driven creatures. So today she's happy with you, tomorrow she's not happy. Today she wants your company, tomorrow things are otherwise. So that's, if you have listened to this far, thank you and congratulations. I'm just requesting for one thing: subscribe, like, and share this video, and share as much as possible to reach so many people, so that those people who are about to make that mistake, or those ones who have already made the mistake, they should know how to correct things before things go bad. You understand that? Otherwise, have a nice time, and my name is Godfrey Mimo. Bye bye.